I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Hormone Harmony by Happy Mammoth, the supplement that helps women maintain optimal hormone levels with over 50,000 glowing reviews from women worldwide, and 98% saying they'd recommend it to friends and family. Well, now you can take those results even further by pairing it with their prebiotic collagen protein. It helps to relieve occasional bloating and gas, reduce sugar cravings, and help you feel satisfied longer, as well as boost energy and help stabilize mood swings. Because your gut directly affects your hormones, improving gut health can actually help your hormone harmony results, so you can feel like yourself again. Happy Mammoth is dedicated to making women's lives easier, and that means using only science-backed ingredients that have been proven to work for women. They make no compromise when it comes to quality, and it shows. Right now, you can try prebiotic collagen protein and hormone harmony risk-free and get 15% off your entire first order with code HAPPYME at checkout. That's code HAPPYME at happymammoth.com to get 15% off your entire first order.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Welcome back to Undertow, Realms podcast, taking you on winding roads of the weird and the wicked. I'm your host, Fred Greenhalgh. Our classic Tales of the Macabre continue today with a journey into the throbbing heart of madness, a full cast production of The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allen Poe. This originally appeared in Bill Dufries's Nightmares on Congress Street collection. If you like what you hear and want to hear others like it, check out the Midnight Matinees podcast by Puckett Universe Productions. And now, a journey into the heavy toll of a burdened conscience. This is Edgar Allan Poe's iconic tale, The Telltale Heart.
Hello, Mr. Price. I'm Dr. Edgars. I'm here to ask
I know
you...
why you're here, Doctor. The look on your face tells me everything. You're trying to hide your expression, but I can see right through you. You've already made up your mind, haven't you? Haven't you?
Mr. Price, no one has made up their minds. We just...
You think I've lost it, gone completely insane. But nothing could be further from the truth. And what if I have? It hasn't dulled my senses. No. In fact, it's sharpened them. All of them. Especially my hearing.
Your hearing?
Oh, yes. I can hear everything that goes on around me. The roaches that crawl along the floor. The rats scurrying behind the walls and the voices in the other room. I can hear the symphony of heaven and the cacophony of hell. How could I be crazy then?
Would you like to talk about why you're here?
Certainly. Listen, and I'll tell you everything. It's difficult for me to remember exactly when I decided to murder Mr. Allen, but I do know that once the idea entered my brain, it wouldn't go away. I had nothing against him. He was the kindest and most generous employer I'd ever worked for. I didn't want his money. He paid me extremely well. He never chewed me out or insulted me. But his eye... Yes, that was it. His eye... Pale blue with a film over it, always watching me like a hawk. No, not a hawk, a vulture.
Bob, can I see you in my office for a minute?
Yes, sir, Mr. Allen.
Yes, sir, Mr. Allen. Ooh, better hurry. Old One-Eye wants to see you. You know, Price, you've got your nose so far up the old man's butt, it's a wonder you can see daylight.
Think what you want, Johnson. I got my promotion. Keep up the hard work, and maybe someday you'll get yours. Sir?
Hi, Bob. Close the door, would you?
Sure, Mr. Allen.
What was that between you and Johnson?
Oh, nothing, sir. Just a little difference of opinion.
I see. Now, how's the Holloway & Sons presentation coming along?
Nearly complete, sir. I'm missing the figures from finance, but I should have those this afternoon.
Good. Before we make the presentation, I'd like to go over everything one final time.
Everything?
This is an important account, Bob. I want to make the best pitch we can.
I know, sir, but there's a lot of information in the presentation. It could take some time.
That's fine. Tell you what, why don't we go to the company retreat this weekend and we can go over it in detail. My wife has family at the house then. It'll be a much-needed escape.
Well, yes, sir.
Good. I'll have Bridget set everything up. We'll knock 'em dead.
You said it, sir. Oh, yes. This was the chance of my career. Mr. Allen often worked on important accounts at the company's retreat. It was a sign that you were going places if you were invited to go with him. But even with everything going my way, that damned eye, followed my every move. The company's retreat was really just one of Mr. Allen's homes, nestled up in the mountains, but not too far from civilization. Home doesn't do the place justice. It was a mansion, large, ornate, and impressive. He had done all right for himself. Wow.
Well, Bob, what do you think?
This is incredible, Mr. Allen. And that view from the living room.
I was fortunate when this piece of land became available. Sometimes we can even spot giant condors flying over the valley.
Condors?
Yeah, you know, vultures really, but magnificent in flight. Yes, sirree, up here you can really clear your head and calm your mind. Focus on the really important things. Bob, is something wrong?
No, Mr. Allen.
Oh, the eye. Don't worry. Everybody does it. No, about the account, I've got the projections. We just need to go over some of the finer details.
How could the fool think that I wouldn't notice that damnable eye of his, watching through me as he went on about the wonder of nature and vultures, the calmness of the mind. A calm mind? What good is that to anyone? My mind raced with fluid mercurial thoughts. We got down to work, finalizing the Holloway presentation. It was brilliant, and Mr. Allen knew it, complimenting me on my hard work and keen insight. It pleased me to know that he appreciated my work. He was kind and helpful, a mentor like no man could ever have hoped to work for. If not for that devilish eye. Every time it looked at me, my blood ran cold, piercing through my soul like some dreadful beast from hell. What?
Easy, Bob. I just asked if you had the third quarter recap finished.
I'm sorry, Mr. Allen. I didn't mean to...
It's all right, Bob. We've been working all day. We should probably call it a night.
You're right. I am getting tired.
We'll get a fresh start tomorrow.
Okay.
Your room is just off to the right of the stairs. Oh, here. You'll need this.
A flashlight?
The upstairs is being rewired, so there's no lighting up there. When the sun goes down, it gets pitch black. We're stuck with flashlights and candles. You go on up. I'll catch the lights.
Okay. I climbed the stairs slowly, feeling the piercing gaze of that eye boring through my back, never leaving me. I reached the top of the stairs and turned to see it shining in the darkness as Mr. Allen turned off the lights. It was still there, watching me in the shadows as I gripped the flashlight, fearing to switch it on, for I might see that horrid, grotesque eye.
Bob, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Boy, you do need some rest.
I'm sorry, Mr. Allen.
It's all right, Bob. Grab some shut-eye. You'll feel better in the morning. I lay awake listening to the wind rattling the branches against the window. I couldn't sleep. It could still see me, even through the locked door of my room. As the sleepless hours passed, I began to understand what it truly was. A thing of
evil that tormented me, simply for the sake of its own amusement. It was then, yes, then, that I decided I would rid myself of its malevolent stare. I would kill Mr. Allen and set myself free of the evil eye. Oh, you would have been amazed at how shrewd I was. I carefully constructed my plan, and at the stroke of midnight, I took the flashlight and silently crept into his room. I was keenly aware of everything. The branches tapping against the window, the scent of my sweat, and the beating of my own heart. A sound so loud I feared it would wake him. Finally, I reached his door. I slowly pushed it open and shone the beam of the flashlight into the room. I looked around, not seeing the eye, but feeling it upon me. A sliver of the flashlight's beam fell on the eye, but it was closed, and I couldn't do it. You see, it wasn't Mr. Allen who tormented me, but his horrid eye. I was prepared to slip out when he moved. I froze, fearing that I would be discovered. But he continued sleeping. The eye remained closed. So I crept back to my room and fell into a deep sleep, knowing that with my plan, I would soon be free. I woke early the next morning, feeling physically tired, but energized by the thought of my impending freedom. I had prepared a wonderful breakfast for us, perhaps Mr. Allen's last. Eventually, he came downstairs. Oh, good morning, Mr. Allen.
Well, good morning, Bob.
Did you sleep well?
Very well, thanks. You certainly seem much cheerier this morning. Sleep must have done you some good. That breakfast smells wonderful.
Coffee's on the table. And breakfast is served.
Incredible, Bob. I am starved. Let's eat.
He had no clue. I sat there boldly chatting about the wonderful weather and the day's plans. Oh, how I gloried in his ignorance. And yet, as we ate breakfast, I was still keenly aware of the gaze of that eye. He may have been unaware, but the thing knew all I had done and planned to do. But that knowledge would do it no good. The next night, at exactly the stroke of midnight, I repeated my actions, and still I found the eye closed and could not act. The following morning, I greeted him with the same exuberance, knowing that he did not nor could not suspect. But on the third night, I was even more cautious, creeping so slowly that the minute hand on my watch moved faster than I did. When I reached the door to his room, I turned off the flashlight and quietly pushed open the door a small crack. I could hear him softly breathing as he slept, unaware of my presence. I chuckled at his naivete, and he moved. Perhaps he heard my laughter, but no. His breathing was still soft, telling me he was asleep. I pushed the door open even further and peered into the pitch-black room. Taking my first step through the door, the floorboards creaked, and he sprang up in bed.
Who's there? Bob, is that you?
I stood dead still, not moving a single muscle, listening to his frightened breathing. I knew every thought going through his mind. Maybe it was the wind, or perhaps a dream, or even a mouse. It was just the house settling. He tried to comfort himself with these rationalities, but it didn't work, because death hovered near him now. He sensed its enveloping shadow just as he felt, not heard or saw, but felt my presence in the room. I stood there for an eternity until finally I raised the flashlight and flicked on the beam. The light had caught the eye and it was open, wide open, distinctly dull blue. Its gaze froze me to the core, but I could see nothing of his face. The light of the flashlight had speared the eye perfectly, as if by instinct. It was then that I could hear, ever so softly, mind you, a sound, a muffled thumping, a soft tattoo swathed in cotton. It was the beating of Mr. Allen's heart. The sound heightened my exhilaration, yet I remained still, scarcely breathing, holding the flashlight motionless. His heartbeat grew louder and louder, to the point that I feared, however unlikely, that it would be heard. I leaped upon him. I seized him by the throat, squeezing the life from him. The evil eye glared up at me, but I spared it no pity. It was a thing of wickedness, and its time had come. His cries grew weaker and weaker, and I smiled that the task was nearly finished. For several minutes, the heartbeat continued. But this did not bother me. I knew it could not be heard now. And then it finally stopped. He was dead. I placed my hand over his heart. Nothing. He was stone dead. His eyes stared at me, vacant and devoid of life. I carefully closed his eyelid. Now, forever shielded, the eye would haunt me no more. You still think I'm insane? Then let me tell you of the shrewd precautions I took in concealing the body. First, I dismembered it. I cut off the head and the arms and the legs and placed them in a plastic bag. Then I pried up the planks of the floor of his room and stuffed the remains in the hollow space. Then, carefully replacing the planks, I nailed them shut. Not a trace of my work was left. No human eye, not even his, could see that anything was wrong. Not even a trace of blood. No, I was too smart for that. The shower stall served that purpose well. That night, I slept well.
Hi there, it's Fred here, and cooler temperatures are rolling in, but that's cool. I love autumn, and as always, Quince is where I'm turning for fall staples that actually last. From cashmere to denim to boots, the quality holds up and the price still blows me away. Quince has the kind of fall staples you'll wear nonstop, like super soft, 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters starting at just $60. I, in fact, have one of these sweaters, a black full-zip hoodie that feels like a warm hug when those chill winds blow. I also love their merino wool underlayers, layering is in fact everything, and am excited to check out their newer offerings like bedding, bath, and cookware. Quince is different because they partner directly with ethical factories and skip the middlemen, so you get top-tier fabrics and craftsmanship at half the price of similar brands. Keep it classic and cool this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/undertow for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/undertow, free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/undertow.
You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. This podcast you're listening to, it was once just a dream. A dream that became reality not by accident, but because someone decided not to let the what-ifs keep them from creating something they believed in. Starting your own business is a dream lots of us share, but too many let it remain just a dream. Don't hold yourself back from creating what you believe in, and turn those what-ifs into why-nots with Shopify by your side. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. What if I can't design a website? Shopify's got you with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand's style. What if I need a hand? Get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And what if I get stuck? Shopify's always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. So turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm.
So perfect was my plan that the very next day I went back to the office as if nothing had happened.
Well, good morning, Price. So, how was your little vacation?
Well, Johnson, Mr. Allen and I worked out the entire Holloway presentation and did a fine job of it without you. So, when I'm spending that big bonus on my real vacation, I'll make sure to send you a postcard.
Well, before you fly off to Fantasy Island, what'd you do with the old man?
What do you mean?
Well, no one's heard from him since you two went up to the retreat.
He said that he was flying off to Japan to meet with Kodo Computers. I figured he would have let the office know.
No, he didn't. And he hasn't been answering his pager or his cell.
I'm sure if he wanted you to know where he was, he would have,
Anyone heard from him?
We need that file for this afternoon's meeting.
It just means we're all gonna have to work late.
Price?
Huh?
You freaking out or something?
No, nothing. It's nothing. Leave me alone. What the hell was that? The whole office seemed to... Get a grip, Price. You didn't hear anything. Huh. Price? Who's this? Who's there? Who is this?
Mr. Price, are you all right? We heard you yell.
Yes. Yes, I'm fine. No. No, I'm not feeling well. I think I'm gonna go home.
That's probably a good idea. You look a little pale, and you have been working pretty hard.
Yeah, I have. If there are any calls, just tell them I'll be in tomorrow.
Don't worry. Go home and get some rest. We'll handle things here.
It wasn't possible. Yet there it was. I could hear the beating of his heart. Even with him dead and that far away, I could hear the beating of his damned heart. I had to silence it before someone else heard it as well. Traffic was a nightmare, and everywhere was the accursed beating of his heart. How could they have not heard it? Oh. I turned on the radio to drown out the hideous sound. But even there was no respite. I drove faster, desperate to escape that sound and yet determined to end its source once and for all. At last, I reached the retreat. I raced into the house and found nothing. silence. No heartbeat, no whispers, nothing. Searching the lower floor all but confirmed that I had nothing to fear. And yet, I had not gone upstairs to his room. I made my way hesitantly to the stairs, and one by one I ascended, climbing into the darkness. My own heart raced. But why? There was nothing to fear. Mr. Allen was dead as stone. Still, my heart threatened to burst from my chest.
Hello? Is anyone in here?
Who's there?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but the door was open. Are you all right, sir?
Yes. Yes, I'm fine, officer. Is there anything wrong?
Is that your car, sir?
Why, yes.
Everything okay, Joe?
Yeah, he's in here. Yes, sir. You see, we received a call about a...
Oh. Well, as you can see, officer, there's nothing wrong here. This is just our company's retreat, and I was just about to close it up. Beautiful country up here, don't you think?
Yes, sir, it is. Now, about this phone call...
Oh, of course. You'll want to look around, won't you? Of course. Well, please, go right ahead. Everything's in order.
What's going on, Joe?
Okay, you look around in there.
Yeah, sure.
Are you here by yourself, sir?
Yes. 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 Now, that is.
Now?
Well, my boss was here. He's gone now. Gone to Japan.
Nothing there, Joe. You want me to check upstairs?
Oh, of course. Follow me.
Of course I showed them upstairs. I had nothing to fear. I had left no telltale sign to give them anything to suspect that anything had gone wrong. They searched the bedrooms, and finally I conducted them into Mr. Allen's room. I even moved a chair and sat down right over the very spot I had stuffed him into. Oh, they were pleasant enough, telling me they had a phone call from someone complaining of speeders in the area. Speeders? Oh, if they only knew. They suspected nothing as I had put them at ease. And yet, they would not go. And I began to fear that they would hear that damn beating. We continued to chat, but the sound grew louder and louder. My breath grew shorter and shorter, and I talked loudly and gestured wildly, but still they wouldn't leave. They talked pleasantly, and the beating grew louder. Could they not hear? Oh, God, no! They suspected. They knew. They knew, and they were mocking me, laughing at my fear. No! I couldn't stand it anymore. No more of their hypocritical smiles. You bastards! Stop it! Stop mocking me! Here! Here! I admit it! Here's the beating! This is it! The beating of his hideous heart! His heart!
Mr.
His
Price,
heart!
Mr. Price, please
It's still
calm down.
beating! I can hear it even
Please,
now!
officers, I
Can't
need
you?
some assistance.
Please make it stop!
Grab his arm.
Please! Please!
Mr. Price, please calm down.
No!
Doc, you're gonna have to give him a shot.
Hurry up!
You
him still.
can't hear it,
We're
can
trying.
you? Only
Please, Mr.
I
Price,
can.
hold still.
Only me.
There.
His heart. His heart.
Poor man.
Yeah? Tell that to Alan's family.
Price wasn't in control of his own actions.
You really think he heard all those things?
He certainly thought he did. I could really use a cup of coffee.
I'll bet. Come on, I'll buy.
Is it okay to leave him alone?
Yes, he'll be out for a while. He could use the peace and quiet.
No. No. No.
And that was The Telltale Heart, a story where a perfect crime just can't escape the cost of a heavy conscience. But my conscience is light in telling you that we have more spooktacular programming next week. Tune in here to Undertow. Today's story was adapted from the public domain short story The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, produced by Mind's Eye Productions, and podcast by arrangement with Pocket Universe Productions. Undertow is a production of Realm, hosted by yours truly, Fred Greenhalgh, and executive produced by me and Molly Barton.
The Old West is an iconic period of American history and full of legendary figures whose names still resonate today, like Jesse James, Billy the Kid, and Butch and Sundance, Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, and Geronimo, Wyatt Earp, Bat Masterson, and Bass Reeves, Buffalo Bill Cody, Wild Bill Hickok, the Texas Rangers, and many more. Hear all their stories on the Legends of the Old West podcast. We'll take you to Tombstone, Deadwood, and Dodge City, to the plains, mountains, and deserts for battles between the U.S. Army and Native American warriors, to dark corners for the disaster of the Donner Party, and shining summits for achievements like the Transcontinental Railroad. We'll go back to the earliest days of explorers and mountain men, and head up through notorious Pinkerton agents and gunmen like Tom Horn. Every episode features narrative writing and cinematic music, and there are hundreds of episodes available to binge. I'm Chris Wimmer. Find Legends of the Old West wherever you're listening now.
I'm Amy Nicholson, the film critic for the LA Times.
And I'm Paul Scheer, an actor, writer, and director. You might know me from The League, Veep, or my non-eligible for Academy Award role in Twisters.
We love movies, and we come at them from different perspectives.
Yeah, like Amy thinks that, Joe Pesci was miscast in Goodfellas, and I don't.
He's too old. Let's not forget that Paul thinks that Dune 2 is overrated.
It is.
Anyway, despite this, we come together to host Unspooled, a podcast where we talk about good movies, critical hits,
fan favorites, must-sees, and in case you missed them.
We're talking Parasite to Home Alone.
From Grease to The Dark Knight.
We've done deep dives on popcorn flicks. We've talked about why Independence Day deserves a second look.
And we've talked about horror movies, some that you've never even heard of, like Ganja and Hess.
So if you love movies like we do, come along on our cinematic adventure.
Listen to Unspooled wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget to hit the follow button.